with Miss Ebony. We peeling back the layers with Miss Ebony. You ready? The layers effect. 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 We peeling back the layers.
Hey, we're peeling back the layers with Miss Ebony. Come on. Hey, welcome to another live episode of the Layers Effect with who? Your girl, Miss Ebony. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. While you are here, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are a returning viewer, as a lot of you should be, okay? Welcome back. But tonight, I have a special, awesome, much needed episode ready for y'all tonight. And I have a special guest. But before we get into that, I have to say shout out to my newly big sister, Miss Sonia Newell, who last week was on the Layers Effect. And we talked about her upcoming event, which took place last Wednesday, 50 Shades of Purple. It was her second annual event. Thank you, Miss Sonia, for that invite, for getting me a ticket, because it was so awesome. You all definitely have to stay tuned for next year. Because when I tell you, there was some awesome, powerful, phenomenal, beautiful, bold, brave women in the building this past Sunday. Shout out to my sister Keisha and my good girlfriend Denise for accompanying me to the event. Okay, so let's get into it. Tonight I have my special guest, my sister Queen, okay, Miss Taneilia Jones. Let's welcome her as she come on. Welcome. So, I could give a whole bio on you, but I just asked you for one because I like for my guests to tell what they are, feel comfortable with telling about themselves. So tell my guests a little bit about yourself.
Well, first, thank you, sis, for having me on your platform. I am so happy to be here.
Thank you.
As you told the people, I'm Taneilia Jones. By profession, I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I've been working in the mental health field for a little over 15 years now. My 9 to 5, I'm a clinical director of a community-based mental health agency, and I'm also the proud owner of Uplift and Inspire LLC, which is my own business. I also, on the side, I'm a certified travel advisor as well. So I dibble and dabble into a couple of different things.
Okay.
Multiple streams of income.
Good. Smart woman. Dope. Okay, so listen, tell us more about your personal business. What is it called? Uplift and Inspire? Tell them exactly what that is.
Uplift and Inspire LLC, where you and I manifest change. That is a mental health based company, but my emphasis is providing clinical services. Okay. I provide an array of clinical services. I do some clinical consultation. I provide clinical supervision towards individuals that are master's level and looking to become licensed through the board. I also facilitate different workshops, hence my upcoming workshop, which is a self-care workshop series.
Okay.
So different workshops and conferences that focus on different aspects of mental health, especially self-care.
Okay, good. Oh, yes. Thank you. Welcome, everyone in the chat. Thank you. I see you. Hey, they're speaking to us and welcome. Hey, good evening, ladies. Hey. Okay, sis. I like that color on you, sis. Thank you. I'm trying. And look, today, there go our other sister, Kiana. Thank you. We appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. And as you join, whether you're catching this live or the replay, please leave your comments in the chat, okay? So tonight's episode is about self-care and the importance of self-care. Because of, we be honest with one another. In fact, we talked briefly about this during our meeting. It's something that a lot of us neglect, especially as women anyway, We neglect ourselves. We forget all about ourselves. We're focused on our children, our job, our business, our spouse, our loved ones, friends, and their whatever they're going through in life, But we forget about ourselves. So let's talk about your upcoming event, because when you posted it, I said, "Whoo, that's needed." And I knew then that I had to have you on my show to talk about it. So for those of you all that are wondering, and you'll get to see the flyer during the commercial. We're going to also drop it as well, but we're going to talk about it, okay? So Miss Taneilia has a upcoming event, and it's a self-care event this Saturday, March the 25th, right? Am I getting this right?
Yeah.
From 1 to 4. And there's still just a few tickets left, right? Okay,
Yes.
So there's still time. But you know what? Before we even talk to you about purchasing tickets, let's talk about the event. So what can they tell us? What was your vision behind it? How did you even come up with this wonderful idea?
Well, being in the mental health field for so long, it's a heavy field. You work with different individuals with different mental health diagnoses, different behavior issues, different needs in general. And working in a field that heavy, it can create burnout. So one thing I became intentional in was making sure that I had some self-care routine so that I could have that good balance between my work and my personal life. And then even in my personal life, as you said, we wear many different hats, from being parents to being spouses to being business owners to being employees. And so with us having so much responsibility and always pouring into others, it's important that we have a good balance so that we stay full, so that we're able to be good for everybody else that we're helping.
That is so good. I like how you said that. The fact that we're thinking that we're doing justice by doing all these roles, all these different hats, right? And being there for everyone except ourselves. But what happens is we get overwhelmed, we get stressed out, we get overworked. And then how can you be the best mom? How can you be the best wife? How can you be the best friend, the best sister, employee, business owner? How can you be the best person, okay, without making sure that you're taking care of yourself first? So how long did it take you to figure out how important self-care was?
It took me becoming a career woman, honestly.
Okay.
It took me becoming a career woman and having to deal with the different stressors that came with the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And realizing that sometimes I was taking that stuff home with me.
Yeah.
And it was over. So I'm like, okay, there has to be some balance. I needed to have some balance.
That's so good, because so I'm in the mental health field as well. And I developed and was diagnosed with anxiety after I got in the field, right? So that tells you a lot. But I don't blame it on the field. What I think it is I wasn't doing the self-care. I was taking it home with me, and I was so focused on, when you're providing that type of service for your individuals and for their families, everyone that's part of their person-centered plan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're doing that, you get so caught up with just wanting to be purposeful, wanting to make an impact and a change in someone else's life. And then even if you're not in that field, because you care for your friends and your loved ones, you want to be everything you can be to them, because this day and time, so many people are going through things, right? So that's what happened to me. I kind of feel like if I would have been doing the self-care before, then I wouldn't have been diagnosed with anxiety. So self-care is so important. What are some different ways? Because some people think with self-care, you have to spend all this money, and it doesn't take a lot. That's something else that we talked about. So what are some different ways, non-money and using your funds, that a person can, what are some different things they can do for self-care?
Oh, you can do a lot of different things for self-care. And to your point too, Ebony, I do believe if you don't take care of yourself, it's going to create bigger issues, whether it be medical issues, mentally, physically, you will get burned out, and there will be a physical manifestation of that burnout. So you have to implement self-care. So some things that you can do, breathing, believe it or not, breathing techniques, those work wonders. It kind of helps prevent anxiety. It can really save your life, because when you get into like that fight or flight mindset, breathing is want to kind of keep you calm and help you be able to use your actual good decision making skills and your good problem solving skills, because you can think more clearly if you just kind of calm down, take a couple of deep breaths. Something else you can do when you wake up in the morning or either before you go to bed at night, take a couple of minutes of me time. Just go somewhere alone, turn off the TV, put your phone on do not disturb, and just kind of sit with yourself, reflect on the day, plan for the next day, but just be intentional about having that time carved out just for you.
Yeah. Before you go further, you said something that truthfully a lot of us don't do, and I don't know if we really want to do, is sitting within ourselves, right? It's sitting in silence, because besides going to sleep, and some of you all probably go to sleep with the TV on, that's the only time I kind of really feel like I'm in silence. You know what I mean? I mean, down to TMI, but even when I go in the bathroom, I like got the phone, YouTube, what up, you know, I'm reading. I'm never in, you know, and so that is so good. It's always noise. There's always something going on. And with that, I don't have time to declutter and to, you know, everything throughout the day that I've been through. I don't have time to just let all that go. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of us kind of scared to sit within ourselves. You know what I mean? So that was good. I like that. Give us some more tips on how we can do self-care.
Yeah, you have to decompress. Something else you can do is just spend some time around your friends that are actually there to pour into you. We all have those friends that depend on us, but we also have those friends that are very supportive. So make plans, go to brunch, go to their house, go have a glass of wine, go watch a movie, but just being around those people that make you feel good on the inside and that help keep you encouraged and keep you motivated. That's something else that I encourage us to do. Because again, when you get caught up in your different roles, you don't always carve out time to just go have a ladies' night or go have a girls' day. So get around those people that make you feel good and those people that want to uplift you and keep you encouraged.
That's good. So tell us some different ways, because some, especially if you're a mommy, we feel guilty when we start spending money on ourselves, right? So let's talk about some other fun things that, you know, us ladies like to do. And it may cost us to, you know, budget that in, but it's worth it and it's needed. Let's talk about some of those different things.
I know for myself, I'm big on doing things such as getting my nails done, getting my eyebrows waxed, doing those small things, getting my hair done, doing those small things for myself because it makes me feel good. Like when I was talking to you when we met, if you look good, it helps with your self-esteem and it helps with how you feel. So I intentionally take that time out and put my little money to the side so that I can go sit in the nail shop and kick it with my nail tech and the other workers in the nail shop. So I can go get my hair done and the shampoo. That's the best part.
Yeah, I love that part.
Yes. That's self-care.
Yeah. So let's go to the chat. And while I'm reading in the chat, please feel free. Tell us some different things you do for your self-care. So in the chat, someone said, I have an adult coloring book that I do daily that take me away from the world. I love that idea. You hear me? That's awesome. And it doesn't even cost a lot. You can go get one of those adult coloring books from Five Below or Michael's or even Amazon. But I love that because it's probably therapeutic for you. You know what I mean? And then once you get through and you see, you know, the thing is to start and then to finish. And then you see your artwork, you know, so that is good. What are some other things? Y'all leave some comments in the chat telling us what you do for your self-care. So while we're waiting on them, I'll tell you what I do. For my self-care, what I used to do, right, was go get a hotel once a month and just getting away, right? So at first I was getting a hotel with my husband and myself. We were going away once a month, right? And it was like self-care, but at the same time, it wasn't, because it was good time for our care, for us, right? But when you think about self-care, it has to be about you. It has to be totally about you, and you're stripping away all of your roles, okay? So I needed to do something that did not require for me to be a mom, a wife, a sister, an employee, an entrepreneur, but something just for me, you know? And I like that you said, and you don't have to be alone. Like Taneilia said, get around positive people, you know, that you choose to spend your time with, you know what I mean? So part of my self-care is getting my makeup done. Now, to save me some coins, shout out to Miss China. She did my makeup tonight. But getting my makeup done, feel like you said, when you look good, you feel good, you know? So getting my makeup done, wearing and rocking the different styles. I know y'all see me with the burgundy hair, purple hair, black hair. I switch it up, you know. Those are some things you have to do too when you're married. You have to switch it up so you can thrive through your marriage, you know. But and then sometimes going for a drive. Okay, I could get on that interstate quick, put me some music on, some, you know, and just drive. And I love it because I'm a visionary. So a lot of times when I'm driving, I can think things through. And so you can't ride with me. You know, shout out to my mother if you're listening. But you can't get in the car with me when I'm doing my self-care because I'm really just trying to focus on me. You know what I mean? But there's so many different things you can do. If you haven't bought yourself an outfit in a long time, I know you probably guilty to this. You go to the store and you mean to get yourself something. But then when you get there, you buy something for everyone else except yourself, right? So let's go to the chat. Thank you all for participating. Go to the gym or go candle shopping. Listen, that going to the gym, even though, so for everyone that's watching, y'all know I'm trying to really get back into this health thing. And so my husband is my trainer. And that gym thing, when you first start going, might not seem like it's self-care, but you really do get to blow off some steam. You know what I mean? And it's healthy for you. And that's another thing. Your self-care should be healthy, okay? It should help you and not hinder you or hurt you, okay? It's all about you. So, and go candle shopping. Okay, I heard you, Monica.
Aromatherapy is something else good. So you can get your candles. Even Bath and Body Works has the stress relief candles that have like spearmint, eucalyptus, those kind of smells that automatically are supposed to help you just kind of relax. So yes.
That's real good. Just lighting some candles and be within yourself, okay? Get your glass of wine, light you some candles. Something else I do too sometimes, and I'm going to go back to the chat, and I got this from my husband, is putting on the, I'll go to YouTube or even Apple Music, and it's the sound is like rain. You ever do that? And you light a candle and you just listen to the rain sound, the storm sound. That is so relaxing, okay? All right, in the chat, my morning devotional is a must. When I skip over it, I can tell the difference in my day. That is good, okay? I love that, yes. I go get a room and get away. That is so good. Your self-care. And you know what? The person that said that, she wear a lot of hats. So yes, do not feel guilty. Go get your room, sis. I also do diamond painting. Now, Taneilia, have you ever heard of diamond painting?
I have not. That sounds interesting. I love diamonds.
Yes. I'm looking, write that down, producer. I'm going to have to look that up. Diamond painting. Someone else said, yes, I love taking drives. I'm telling you. Listen, before you argue with your spouse or say something you're going to regret, if you have to get in that car and drive, cool down, even to your children, to your friend, okay? And you know, this drive thing must be popular. Yes, I love a good drive. I've driven to North Carolina by myself a few times. So peaceful with a podcast in the background. I know that's right. Good. Okay. Oh yes. In the chat, this is my biological sister. The Sis Production, which is a company we have, has planned so many events in the car on a drive. Ooh. I'm telling you, I can think things through. Usually she drives and I'm on the passenger side and we just flowing. So that's really, really good. So we talked about so many different ways, right, that a person can participate in self-care. So tell us what they can expect at your event.
So at my event on this Saturday, March 25th, I'm going to, of course, emphasize self-care. So some of the things I'm going to do is just provide a little bit of education on self-care and why self-care is so important. And then I'm also going to go over some different self-care activities, some self-care techniques and things like that. Everybody will receive some handouts that have different things such as tips for self-care checklists, as well as like some affirmations and things like that. I'll also have some different stations set up. There'll be like a positive affirmation session because to the woman who put something about the devotionals, that's really good. And even saying your affirmations in the morning, starting your day off on a positive note, kind of speaking that stuff into existence. So we'll have a positive affirmation workstation as well as a mindfulness station.
Okay. You're really big. I was telling Taneilia, y'all. Taneilia, so listen, so we're sisters because we both came from the same organization, right? And even though we're still sisters, right? So one of the things I noticed about Taneilia from the day one of meeting her was she had this aura about herself of this positivity, right? Like she's the type of woman that, like, if you're sitting around her, right? Because y'all know us women, we gossip. But I've seen it. You sit around, and it could be about like famous people. You sit around her and you talk with her. She is so like I'm telling y'all, she is so positive, and she's big on manifestation. You know what I mean? Speaking things brings so much light, and some people scared of that whole manifest, but no, like, and it's so important not only to manifest stuff in your own life and to speak it, but to be careful what you speak into other people's life. Okay, I've been in the grocery store, and I know it's a little off self-care, but it's part of self-care. Okay. I've been in the grocery store and her a parent say to their child, "You're so stupid with your dumb ass," and you be like, "Oh my God!" And they're in elementary school. And think about it, to say that over and over, and this young man gets grown, and now he's not a successful young man, or he's not where he want to be, or where you thought, you know what I mean? Because of what you speak. We have to be careful. I don't know why I was just so led to say that, but we have to be careful of what we speak into the atmosphere. Speaking to our children's lives, speaking to our spouse lives, or even our own lives. You know, I got a colleague, and she's my friend too. Shout out to Tracy. She's big on that, right? So she can't stand when someone says, "I got issues." You know what I mean? Because think about it, you really have to be careful. I got issues. Every day you say, I got issues. You know what I mean? And then here you are with these medical issues, these financial issues, and you don't even know why. You know, you make good money. You're like, I can't shake this because you claim that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Let's go back to the chat. All right, you got one of our sisters in the chat. Taneilia is one of a kind. I'm blessed to have actually know someone like her. I'm telling y'all, she's a jewel. I don't tell you like what, but no, for real talk. Like, she's so genuine. You could just feel the peacefulness around her. And that's probably why, because you have you educated yourself on the importance of self-care and affirmations every day. So do you do that daily?
I do it just about daily. And something else I'm intentional about, when you were speaking about the mom talking to the son, I used to work with criminal offenders. And one thing that I used to tell them is, you don't say, "I'm a felon."
Right.
You say, "I have a felony." So regardless of what, it's all about how you phrase things, and it makes the meaning so different. So that's important. So yes, I say my positive affirmations, and I'm also, like I said, intentional about speaking life. Because the power of the tongue, those things matter. And I'm human, so I have my potty mouth sometimes as well. But I'm very intentional on not speaking any negativity over my life or anybody else's in my circle's life.
Yeah. And not to say you're perfect, but what I do feel like is you're a person that you are aware of your surroundings, and you're aware of what you say around people too. You know what I mean? Because we all gonna have our, you know what I mean? I say get by yourself and don't say it to yourself, but you can, I'm just so sick of it. But you got to be careful, because
time and place for everything.
I'm telling you, have you ever been so happy, right? Like you in a good mood, woo, 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 and you get around somebody, and next thing you know, it's not their fault. Like, I don't feel like they were intentional, but when you leave them, now you mad. You don't even know why you mad, or you depressed.
That energy
is so important. You know what I mean? In the chat, positive thoughts are important too. Positive thoughts are important too. Yes, Alicia, positive thoughts are so important. And you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. The mind it's a battle, right? If you got your mind, if you can keep your mind intact, if you can overcome the negative thoughts, because we all have them, right? If you can fight that thing, then I'm telling you, you can win anything. Because the mind, it's like, don't allow your mind. I know we all been there, but that's why it's so important to feed your mind with the positive affirmations, with speaking life into your life. All right. It's the Gemini energy. Okay.
Gemini,
is that what it is? We're going to the signs now. That we're gonna do, y'all.
Big Gemini energy.
In the chat also, are your words building up, or that's good. Okay, you better go ahead in the chat. Yes, sis. Are your words building up or tearing down? If we all keep that in mind, include myself, it's a whole lot we probably won't ever say. You'll stop yourself. Never mind. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. Girl, they in okay. They y'all in the building. The Geminis are in the building. Yes. Okay. Thank you, producer. Put that up there for the. So, what's the month for the Geminis? I'm not that good.
We are May through June, starting with May 21st through June 20th.
Okay. Well, shout out to y'all. Okay, we ain't even got to them yet. Y'all see this? Kiana said, "Words are powerful. Words are powerful. You know, it's so much life and death in words. They are so powerful." One of the things I remember stopped saying, and I think it was my sister and my mother who had me to stop saying it, was what is it? Something about my head. Oh, this headache is killing me.
See, yeah.
You know, I was, you don't
too much power to the headache.
Yeah, girl, this is headache. And then I would feel like the headache would get worse, girl. I would feel like, do I need to go to emergency room? You know what I mean? So there are so many, yes, words are powerful, okay? So
and I know for myself, Ebony, if anybody that talks to me, they know whenever I text, call, email, I'm telling you happy whatever that day is. Yeah. Happy Wednesday, happy Monday, every day, because I'm setting the tone. It's a good day. It's happy Monday, happy Tuesday. So that's something else that I do intentionally. And people around me do it now. Mm-hmm. Hey, happy Tuesday, happy Monday, because they kind of, people pick up on that.
They do. Mm-hmm. I noticed you're very quick with queen and king, and you can tell when somebody just saying, because it's like with you though, you're right. You do sit with happy, and then with and then hello queen, hello king, and I love it because that is how we should think of ourselves, as queens and kings. You know what I mean? I want to start doing that with my husband. King.
That's right.
Let the producer up here. King. Cut commercial break. Okay, look, y'all. Stay tuned. We're gonna jump into this quick commercial break, but when we come back, we got a letter for you. Okay, stay tuned. Welcome back. If you are just now joining us, welcome. Listen, if you are just now joining us, don't leave us yet. But when this episode is over, please go back and catch the replay, okay? So again, this Saturday, we have Miss Taneilia. She has her self-care event. There are still a few tickets left, okay? So please jump on that. Oh, and by the way, everyone, we are going to make sure we drop all the information in the Layers Effect group, because I know some of y'all want to know how do I purchase my ticket? We're going to make sure we drop her information. Also, we're going to put, after the letter, we're going to come back, and I'm going to make sure that you all can get her information up here. Shout out to you, Monique. Okay, so March the 25th, we have a self-care event. It's from 1 to 4, okay? Tickets, y'all listen to this, are only $35, okay? You are definitely get your money's worth, okay? Because it's a packed-filled event of positivity, and it's something that we all can use, okay? So let me ask you this, just in case it is asked. Is this a self-care event for just women?
No, it's not for just women. It's for anyone that wants to come out and get poured into with some self-care.
Okay, good. So listen, don't let it stop you. If you have a boyfriend or a husband and you can't leave without him, bring him too, okay? But for real, make sure, purchase a ticket for yourself. And if you really, really care about your good girlfriend or sister or brother or whoever, purchase a ticket for them as well, okay? Also, we have June 23rd through the 25th. It is the Wives Conference that's done every year with my good sister, Nicole Ellis. If you are a wife, if you are engaged, please, you want to make sure you show up for this 2-day conference. It's going to be amazing. I'm there every year, okay? So you got to come. Also, if you did not catch last night's episode of Circle of Peace, you got to make sure that you go back after this episode. Once you get off this line, okay, you stay up here with us, but when it's over, you can go over there because last night was so powerful, and it was just part 1, okay? Minister Letitia Watson had a special guest, Coach Kiana Nash was up there sharing her story of her life, and it's not over, okay? So make sure you come back. It's on Tuesdays. I will drop that date as well because that's going to be part 2. Also, we have the Chat and Chew. We usually drop our episodes on Mondays. Sometimes we do a live episode. I'll get you that information as well. And then also, upcoming next Wednesday, we have the 2 owners of Black women. Let's about women, okay, and African American queens, okay. Taylor Smoke Cigar Lounge that is opening up in Newport News, Virginia. Okay, y'all gotta come back next week for that. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so Taneilia, this part of the show, I'm gonna read a letter. And then I'll give my feedback. You'll give your feedback. And listen, everyone, as you're listening to the letter, go ahead and start dropping your feedback because we're going to help this sister out. Okay? You ready? Let's go.
I'm ready.
All right, girl. Dear Miss Ebony, chances are my letter won't even get read because, first of all, don't come for me. I'm reading ahead. Okay, hold on. Back up. First of all, let me say thank you for choosing to write to Miss Ebony. I appreciate you. And of course, your personal information will not be disclosed. Okay. Dear Miss Ebony, chances are my letter won't even get read because most of your letters on your show are about relationships, being problems, or cheating. Well, welcome, because your letter is being read, okay? But I have a whole issue with my BFF/roommate. I've been friends with my girl for over 10 years, and we have done and shared so many experiences together. She was there for me during the loss of my dad. I was there for her when her 5-year relationship ended with her boyfriend. We have traveled together on several trips. However, about 6 months ago, we decided to become roommates. We wanted to make sure the place felt like home for us both, so we moved into a new condo together. So here's the issue. I love my friend with all my heart, but the smell that comes from her bedroom and her bathroom is just unbearable. I will never forget the first day I noticed the foul smell coming from her room. I was in the kitchen preparing dinner and she was in the shower bathing. I thought there was something rotten in the fridge. I searched high and low looking for the source of the smell. I was unsuccessful until I walked past her bedroom door. Once I discovered the smell coming from her room, I walked in and even looked around. I was so taken back by the smell that I couldn't wait until she got out of the bathroom from taking her shower. I went back into the kitchen, made our plates. Once she came out of the bathroom, I put the plates on the dining room table and began to walk towards her room to talk to her about it. But then the smell, the same funk, started coming from her bathroom. I instantly changed my mind and refrained from bringing it up. So weeks go by and nothing has changed. I keep the candles lit and the air fresheners all over the house. One day I asked her, "Do you smell that?" She takes a big sniff and replies, "No. If the candles aren't lit, the place stinks. I have not invited any company over because I know, I have not invited any company over. I know you're thinking, just talk to my friend, but I'm worried that she won't take it well. How do you tell your BFF she stinks? Miss Ebony, I'm just really ready to move out. What should I do? How do I keep it real with her and not risk losing my friend?" Okay. So again, I'm gonna give you my feedback. You all leave it in the chat, and then Tania is gonna go next, and then we're gonna go to you all, right? Okay. So again, thank you for writing, right? And as you can see, I don't just talk about, relationships. Okay. So, um, you said in the beginning of your letter that you have been friends with your BFF slash roommate for 10 years. That is a very long time. Okay. Let's go to the positive. You all been friends for over 10 years with women in women world. That is not like a big thing. So that's really good. Also, you said she was there for you during the loss of your dad. You was there for her after a breakup of a 5-year relationship, right? And you must get along at some point because you all decided to move in together, right? And sometimes that's how you really get to know someone. I feel like I'm a little confused on why you're so uncomfortable with talking to your friend. This is a real friend. We're not talking about a colleague. We're not talking about a neighbor, an associate. We're talking about a real friendship. So she's probably like a sister, you know? I don't think it's you telling her that could risk losing your friendship, but maybe how you deliver your feelings behind it. But I definitely think it's needed. You're talking about moving out and you ain't say nothing about her not paying her rent on time. I definitely understand you feeling like if this doesn't change, then your living situation maybe has to change. But I definitely think that this is a simple one. I say sit her down. Now she might think now that you've been a little funny because it's gonna come back to her that you asked her, you smell that? Like she gonna say, yeah, girl, that's me. I stink. Even if she smelled it, like I don't think that was a good idea because she's not gonna say, oh yeah, I stink. So I definitely think you should just sit down with her and just be honest with her, but be careful with the words that you choose and let her know what your concerns are. Because if her bedroom is stinking, you didn't find anything in it, and her bathroom is stinking, it could be something going on with her health wise. Especially she got out the shower. She got out the shower, and the bathroom still stink. You know what I mean? And then we know it's not a BM because it's still stinking if the candle. So it could be something health wise where she may need to go to the doctor to see what's going on in her private area to get that, fixed. But I'll stop there because for me, it's simple. Communication is big. Is she gonna feel a certain way after, y'all been friends for 10 years? And what you don't want to do is discuss this with other people in your circle. Let me say that part. And then she found out your feelings and it didn't come from you. Okay, well, go into your house, stay in your house. We appreciate you because we're not going to disclose your information. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to start calling other friends, telling that girl business because this is your friend of 10 years. So go ahead, sis. What you got?
First of all, I consider my dwelling where I live at to be not only my safe space, but to also be my peaceful place. So if it's an odor that's alarming like that, then to me it's making the person uncomfortable in their own home.
Right.
So if nothing more than that, that would be my motivation to have this conversation.
Yes.
And they also mentioned they won't even have guests over. So it's like this is hindering their livelihood.
Yes.
So again, if that's really your friend of 10 years, I do have questions because has she ever had this smell before?
Yeah, like you didn't start smelling until she moved in. Because look, baby, you said y'all traveled together. Did you not share a room? Okay, now you smell it. So yeah. I'm concerned too. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So now that makes me think it may just be something conditional, i.e. a medical condition or something going on. But if you are really her friend, you would have that hard conversations. We have to have those conversations with our friends. It's not easy, but like Ebony said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And if she's really your good friend, she will understand and she will be happy that you brought it to her attention because together y'all can go ahead and, go through the process together. You can go with her if she needs support when she goes to, the ER or to her doctor. So just approach it like that. Like, hey, I want to help you help yourself.
Definitely, because think about it. What you don't want to do is y'all roommates, right? Y'all live together, so y'all have disagreement. Now you're like, girl, what your little stinking at? You don't want to do that, okay? And it's a lot. You pay rent there. That's your home is like your palace. It's like, it's your happy place. If you can't be nowhere else, and like it's nothing wrong with candles and all that, but you definitely okay, let's go to the chat. All right. Oh, okay. Sometimes I'll just read it from. I'm reading the first one. Sometimes you got to, okay, because I need glasses. Sometimes it's easier to live with a complete stranger than it is someone you know. I'm telling you, when you start moving in with people or people just together, you really see another side, whether it's a friendship or relationship. I can't live with all my family members, and all my family members can't live with me. So that's a big thing, okay? She has a condition. I definitely think there's a condition because in this letter, you ain't saying nothing about smelling her when y'all travel or anything. You ain't tell us that the boyfriend smelled her and that's why he broke up with her. There's definitely a condition. She may need to seek medical attention. So we are all on the same page. There is definitely something going on. Again, she never smelled her friend before. It's,
that's my question.
Yeah. Did you smell it before? But it didn't matter because y'all didn't live together. And that couldn't be because then you decided to get a place with her. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real, but not mean. That's good. It may be her laundry. That's true. It could be in her clothes. You know what I mean? That's the truth. If you can't respectfully, this is it right here. If you can't respectfully keep it real and she isn't open to your concerns, then she is not your friend. That part right there. I definitely don't think you should wait too much longer because what if she asks you, well, when's your first time smelling it? And you 6 months ago or like, no, you know what I mean? And you live with this person.
You lying. Ain't no way. You've been around
like,
here.
Girl, that's you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hold on. So look, in the letter, it says you're not having company. Is she having company? What are they saying or doing? Do they smell it? You know what I mean? Right. And how are you just now smelling her? That's a good question right there. So that's why I think it's a medical condition. She wanted to make sure she wasn't tripping. Yes, definitely in the letter when she said that she went, first of all, she checked the refrigerator, ain't nothing. Everybody has smelled the odor in their house. You know what I'm saying? And usually you will find it from the refrigerator. You're like, oh, I gotta throw that out. But the fact that she's in the shower, the fact that you traveled her room and you smelled it. But then when you were going to go tell her you smelled it coming from the bathroom, so that what did you do in the bathroom? What did you do in the bathroom? Because I know that's right. Because self-care is the best care. Okay. Yes. Care enough about yours. Yeah, she gotta go. Okay, it may be the food. Oh, but see, So listen. Okay, so let me read it. It may be the food, trash under her bed, in the closet, and dirty clothes. So check this out. When she first said she went into the room, that's the first thing I was thinking until she smelled that same funk coming from the bathroom. Did you drop the food off in the bathroom too? But and then I'm not saying she don't have no food in there, but the bathroom, the bedroom, and for it to continue, the fact that the friend has not gotten rid of the smell. You know what I mean? And just like the producers, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but she has a good point because what if it's just a lack of cleanliness? What she didn't say the conditions of the room and the bathroom because what if she doesn't clean? What if she hasn't sanitized the bathroom?
That's true.
In 6 months. You know what I mean?
That's
what
true
if
because if the food in there, it get in your clothes too. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's true. Look, the producer said, thank you, producer. He said, sound like her pH balance is off. Okay?
For sure.
You
need an alkaline diet.
Monique makes a good point. Okay. Yes. I had a friend stay with me before and she had dirty dishes, nasty clothes hidden in the room. This is good. Dirty washed clothes in the bathroom. Yes. So you know by experience. So yeah, you're probably right. So how is this bedroom? Like, is it, and then if it is bad, you can approach her with, all right, you know what, girl, let's have a clean day. Let's put some music on. We're going to clean our house, our rooms, our bathroom, definitely start there. It just doesn't make sense because if she's in the shower and still smell. So that's why it could be some trash in her room because people do eat in their room. So funky clothes, you know what I mean? But I really feel like it could be a mixture of all of it. But the first thing, like, you have to let her know, okay? And then she can say, oh my God, because she's in the phone, evidently she ain't smelling it because nothing's changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Everybody, you've smelled yourself, and you go take care of that thing. You know what I mean? Like, let me go wash my eyes. Let me go brush my teeth. Whatever it is, you go take care of that. You know what I mean? I've smelled my own hair before. I'm like, let me go wash my hair. You know what I mean? So definitely, because the last thing you want to do, and look, if you're really her friend, the reason why you got to tell her is because she was in a 5-year relationship. So it sounds like she's single now. You already know, sis. She's probably put herself out there trying to date. You want to help her out. And this is your friend. I don't want nobody to call my friend stinky.
That's right.
You
My
know what I
roommate
mean?
at that. 'Cause then they're going to assume that you are like that because y'all live together. Y'all
Y'all
share the
live
same space.
together. Yeah. And then it's going to get in your house and you can't invite no one over. How long is that going to last? And I think it will be wrong to move out without telling her instead of talking to her first. Because again, you did not mention that she don't pay her rent. You didn't mention anything about her being irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? So besides, what's going on with her body. It sounds like it's probably a medical condition or the room. But I definitely think we all collectively think, yes, sis, get down to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? Do your friendship some justice and go ahead and have a heart-to-heart with your girl. You know what I mean? That's important. Okay? Because you don't want nobody else telling her that she coming in upset. And yes, they need to have a conversation immediately. Yes, I hope you watching. Yes.
Because she's not going to believe nobody else. If anybody else approaches her, she's going to say, well, my roof said nothing.
Right. And then what if she bring it to you, girl, Bobby dropped me off and told me he don't want to see me no more because I stink. And you like, well, no, because you could have helped her before she even got in the car with Bob. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And I like what you said. You said, you know what? Accompanying her and going with her to the emergency room, doctor, wherever she got to go to seek her medical condition, get that taken care of. But it's definitely something going on. Okay. I have experienced that myself with smelling a young lady, and it was a medical condition. She went to the doctor and her pH balance was off because she did have some things going on. You know what I mean? So that's definitely important. Y'all, I appreciate, look at y'all in the chat. Yes. See how us sisters, we come together and help each other out. And thank you, producer, for jumping in. He said, no, her pH balance is off. Yeah, listen, that's why you gotta hear him, Terica. Don't no man, don't want it, but don't no man want to smell no funky tail woman. Not your breath, not your hair, not your body, not your feet, anything, your clothes. You know what I mean? Now, what'd you say, producer? No. He said nothing. Okay. But again, listen, tonight has been so powerful, right? But we still got some time left, so I gotta ask y'all this. This was not part of the episode, but because I have y'all up here, and I gotta ask you. So, this is the question. My sister called me earlier, and she was in a group, probably a group on Facebook with like women and men. It was a little dialogue going on. So, I want to get you all's feedback, okay? And tell me what you think. A man is in a relationship with 2 women. One, he continues to lie to and don't tell her about the other. The other one, he confessed to her that he's seen them both. The question tonight is, who do you feel like he values the most? The one that he decides to continue to lie to, or the one that he decides to tell the truth? So what you think?
Honestly, it's hard to tell because he could be protecting the feelings of the one that he cares about by not telling her. And then the one who he's able to confide in, she might just be about that life. She might just be, someone that he knows is more willing to accept it. Versus the other woman, I'm thinking he probably knows that is not what she's willing to accept, which is probably why he does not want to tell her. But he also must not want to lose her because he's not willing to tell her.
Okay. So, and we're going to go to the chat. So, when she asked me the question, I just instantly answered, right? So, my perspective of it is this, and probably because I'm really big on like integrity and being truthful with me, right? I used to always tell my children growing up, if you tell me the truth, I'm going to handle it differently. But if you tell me a lie, it's going to be a whole nother. You know what I mean? So I kind of felt like he valued the one that he was honest with. And he valued it so much because he's given her, because once you get this information, there may be a change in the dynamics of this relationship, So I chose the one that he was honest with because he valued her enough to allow her to make the decision to stay, or to go. Now the information is missing is we don't know when he told her, he's saying, this is what I've been doing, I'm gonna let her go. Or is he saying, I'm just letting you know, but this is what I want to continue to do. You know what I mean? But my sister said that most of the men were saying that he values, like you had just said, the one that he did not tell, because he doesn't want to lose her. So it's so funny how we all think differently. Let's go to the chat. He loves the one he's not telling the truth to. Okay. Me personally, I'm not gonna say you can't. I do feel like you can love someone and lie.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not. You probably can be in love and lie, because we didn't say cheat. We just said lie. You know what I'm saying? Look, Kiana said neither. He don't care about neither one of them skeezers. Neither one. This one else in the chat. Monique said the one he tells the truth to is more of a friendship. It's more of a friendship with that one. So check this out. It could be he trusts her enough with that information, right? But for me, that's why it's so important that whoever you are dating, ladies, to me, it's important to build that friendship, though, because if you build the friendship and then the romance comes, then they can trust you with their inner thoughts. They can trust you with their whatever they may be tempting in their mind before it actually come to pass. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You have a foundation, a better, stronger foundation with the friendship. But I'm curious, and of course we don't know, but I wonder if he like into the polyamorous lifestyle, or if he just got kind of caught up in a situation with two women.
Yeah, I know. I wish it was so much more. Like the thing that I think I got hung up on, and even my husband, we talked about it, is he telling you because he want to invite you? Is he telling you because he don't care? He want to keep this thing going? Or is he telling you because he wants a fresh start? You know what I mean? Because we said sin. Like, you know what? I want to let you know that I was dating someone else and you. But you know what? I want to let them go and I want to be... We don't know that part. You know what I'm saying? Or I just want to let you know this is what it is. You know? So that's true. Someone else said, be safe, brother. That's a dangerous game he playing out there. That's the truth. It's dangerous on both ends, right? It's dangerous. And don't get too far in that thing before you tell her, okay? So for all
she might go tell the other woman, unless you're keeping her identity a secret, she might snitch.
Okay, and I don't blame her, right on blast. Oh, you said, you ain't told her yet? Oh, she gonna find out today. But you know what's so crazy about it? What's so crazy about it is this. When one woman found out about the other woman, right? They go to talking. And so you think, you know what, they're bonding over their trauma and the cheating or whatever, and they gonna both leave him alone. No, they secretly, she gonna tell you everything to get you not want him, because she gonna still want, you know what I mean? I've seen it. You hear me? You be thinking both of them gonna be, it don't happen like that. Okay, somebody said, Keisha said he could be in an open relationship. It's a lot of unknowns. That's the truth. Poly means everyone knows. Yes. And to each his own, you know, and if that is something you do want to do, I definitely think communication is big. And I don't care where you're at, whether you're dating or a friendship, male or female, be honest. Oh, something else we talked about today. You tell me what you think about this. So the way men feel is this. Women, we are always asking, keep it real with me, keep it 100, be honest. But when they open up and they're honest, we can't handle it. We don't know what to do with it. We go off. We go crazy. So what's your perspective on a man really keeping it honest and open and real?
I think it's easier said than done. As far as women who say keep it real, I think it's easy to say, but I think it takes a very strong and confident woman to be able to have those conversations, because a lot of times people don't know how to self-regulate their emotions.
Ooh.
So you have to know how to do that so that you don't become reactionary,
but
you're able to kind of take a minute and process it before you respond, because you also don't want to make that person not want to keep it real with you anymore, based on your reaction. So you have to be able to, like I said, self-regulate and manage your own emotions so that you can think about it and process this information they're telling you, and then you can give a response.
Yeah, that's good, because we've all been guilty. Just tell me the truth. But this is my whole.
Be ready for the truth.
We're not ready. But listen, tell me the truth does not mean I won't be disappointed. I won't be upset, right? But I do feel like if your partner, even your child, they've been honest with you, they're opening up. I think we have to handle their truth differently. In fact, I can't take your credit. My sister Keisha was saying earlier, we have to create that safe place for whoever we're engaging with to be open and honest and being their self. Because a lot of the time people are wearing a mask because if I really tell you what's on my mind, you're going to say I'm crazy. You're going to say this. You're going to judge me. You know what I mean? And so it's really important to create that safe space so people can really be open. I even heard women say after they found out their partner was cheating, they wish they wouldn't have looked at his phone. You know what I mean? So sometimes
you look, you shall find.
You look and you shall find. Or if you don't find, you're gonna go crazy. Because where I'm at in my marriage, we're year 13. Now, if I'm gonna look at now, I'm just then you start feeling bad that you're looking and you ain't found nothing. It's like, sis, get out that man phone.
Yeah.
Get out that man
Stressing
phone.
yourself out.
Stressing yourself out. So again, y'all, this was fun. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the chat one more time. Come up with what you want up front. If you want an open relationship, state that up front. If you want friends with benefits, state that. Don't lead us on. Don't play like you want a relationship. That is so true. And no stereotype. And I know the producers are men, but one of the dilemmas with men is communication, skills. I kind of wish they would have taught that. And just do, how they do in the boys, they do the sex ed. They need a whole class with communication skills. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do this we'll have a whole nother show. The producer said, "Oh, it's deeper than that." Okay, I'm gonna have him up here. Okay. Y'all stay tuned.
Part 2.
Part 2. You know what I'm saying? But listen. Thank you all. Especially you, sis. I appreciate you. I cannot wait. I will definitely be in the building this Saturday, March the 25th, from 1 to 4. Tickets are still on sale. There are only a few tickets left. So please. And can you put her email address up there for me? So if you look across the ticker, we got the information there. And we also have her email address, whether you're interested in knowing more about her business, even if you want to know more, if you're interested in her 9 to 5, or even just self-care. Some people, and it's okay, you don't have to ask up here. If you want to get with her one-on-one and ask her about self-care, some tips, she's open. Okay. She need to be a coach. She need to be a self-care coach. Oh, she need to do, But listen, you said you here for it, right?
Yes.
So listen, y'all, this is the first. So that's why it's so important, because she hasn't quite decided it's going to be annual or quarter, but we're not going to wait for the future. It's a few tickets left. And check this out. If you do have plans this weekend, bless someone that you really care about, okay? And provide them with a ticket. You can gift them. In fact, since you had a couple of people that couldn't come and they donated tickets, so if you really care about yourself or, those in your life, definitely. Okay. So we will see you all this Saturday. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, this is the Layers Effect with your girl, Miss Ebony. Until next time. Good night.
Good night.